Residents in eastern parts of the country are being warned of temperatures ranging from the mid to high 30s this weekend. For more, we're joined by senior meteorologist at the Bureau, Jonathan Howe. Jonathan, why don't we start around the major population centres, Sydney and Melbourne in the east, but it also extends to Adelaide too, all in for abnormally hot days. How unusual are these temperatures for the middle of March?
Yeah, good morning, Greg. So some autumn heat across southeastern parts of the country over the weekend. That'll peak across Adelaide and Melbourne today. So Adelaide 39, Melbourne 34 and Canberra 35 today. The heat pushes into New South Wales tomorrow. So Sydney is set to hit 37 degrees tomorrow and also 37 to 38 degrees for Western Sydney. It is quite late in the season to see this heat, not unprecedented. What it means is that we will see these temperatures up to 12 degrees above the March average. So very, very hot and also windy. That's leading to elevated fire dangers as well.
You mentioned the capitals, Jonathan. Inland areas, of course, always get hotter again. What sort of maximum temperatures are expected in some of those centres?
Yeah, so inland parts of South Australia, Victoria and southern New South Wales will reach the high 30s to low 40s. So reaching 41 today for Mildura, 42 for places like Renmark, even Port Augusta getting up to 42 degrees. But overnight tonight, they'll really see the heat stick around. So we are expecting that we could see some record-breaking March minimum temperatures tonight, especially across northern parts of Victoria. So Shepparton, Albury-Wodonga and up into the Riverina could see the warmest March overnight temperatures tonight. But thankfully, it's not a long sort of heat wave. We will see relief coming through in the next 24 to 36 hours.
Yes, I'll ask about what brings it to an end. You did, though, mention the elevated risk of fires that come with these hot temperatures. Is that also fuelled by wind of any note?
Yeah, so it's all being driven by a cold front moving through. That's funneling some very hot and gusty northerly winds down from central Australia. So for today in South Australia, we do have extreme fire dangers, especially around the Mount Lofty ranges down to the southeast, where it has been extremely dry. So we are reminding residents to keep an eye across the latest alerts from CFS. And in Victoria, we are seeing high fire dangers across the entire state. Again, it has been really dry and also be very windy. Tomorrow, Sydney is expected to see extreme fire danger there with very windy conditions. So if you're in Sydney, keep across any latest fire weather warnings and updates from the RFS tomorrow. Okay,
so can we jump forward a day or so, Jonathan, and just elaborate on what the end of this heat wave looks like? What is going to change?
Yeah, so there is a cold front moving through. The cold change is due around Adelaide around this evening. It'll push through the rest of South Australia and Western Victoria tonight. For Melbourne, it'll come through in the morning. So unfortunately, it will be an early maximum, then a very cold day tomorrow if you are heading to Albert Park. And then for Sunday, we will see that cool change pushing up the New South Wales coast, reaching Sydney on Monday morning. But this cold front will also bring quite widespread rain, showers and thunderstorms as well. We could see some severe thunderstorms around Victoria tomorrow. And it also will be very cold behind this. So we are expecting to see snow in Tasmania above about 1,000 metres tomorrow night. And we could see snow in Victoria above about 1,500 metres into Monday morning. So very short, sharp burst of heat and then some very cold days on the way into early next week.
All right, and just finally on the heat wave conditions, I suppose people could always head to the beach if they live near a coastal area, but sea temperatures there are also elevated, I understand. Are these unusually high?
Yeah, so right along the east coast of Australia, we've seen elevated sea surface temperatures for quite a few months now, and that extends all the way down into New South Wales as well. So it's still quite pleasant, of course, in the water, but still very much above average for this time of year. So we are reminding people, if you do head to the beach to escape the heat, of course, check for the latest sort of wind and marine warnings as well.